So, how do you know if a game app has succeeded? Well, when you catch every single coworker playing it and game characters are turned into stuffed animals, that's a pretty good start. I know you've seen those fluffy round birds and pigs. No, they're not from a TV cartoon, they're the playing pieces in Angry Birds. Since the original version hit the App Store, each new version is consistently in my favorites. And now there's Angry Birds Space. The sky is no longer the limit in this version. We're talking different planets to explore. The name of the game is still taking down the evil green pigs. The challenge is just figuring out how to do that in bubbles of zero gravity. Using the same slingshot you're armed with in the original, draw it back, line up the dotted directional arrow with your target, and let the birds fly. You're still trying to smash the pigs and the protective structures around them, but now the birds fly just like they would in space, flying around planets, flying in and out of the atmosphere, and crashing into floating asteroids. Not only is this game just as entertaining as the first, but somehow the animators have created an even more captivating background. Twinkling stars, comets, and asteroids fill the sky on your smartphone. This game is just as fun as the previous versions and, dare I say, maybe even more addictive. We move from slingshotting birds around to a new weapon of choice and favorite game of mine, Catapult King. Have you dreamt of being a knight in shining armor? If you're nodding your head and your idea of a worthy enemy is more fire-breathing dragon than green space pig, you will not regret downloading this app, also on iOS. For under $1, you'll become one with the catapult. But it's no ordinary catapult. This one's enchanted with magic. You might be fighting knights and dragons instead of pigs, but the way you take them down is very similar to Angry Birds. Just draw back the catapult the way you would a slingshot. Like Angry Birds, this app offers you a line of sight for accurate catapulting. But also check out the metal knobs on the cannon's right side. Swiping on these changes the angle of your shot. The key to taking down the knights is going low and slow. Take your time and aim low to weaken the fort structure. Each time you complete a level, you earn more magic, and that gives you a bigger and way better arsenal of cannonballs, and even more enchantments like Earth Shocks or Lunar Strikes. One level down, 63 to go to rescue that princess. Now, if you'd rather rescue your brother and woo the girl of your dreams instead, get in on The Act. This is unlike any game app on the market for iOS. You won't be destroying forts in this one. Instead, you'll be immersing yourself in the protagonist's life. The story begins when Edgar's fellow window-washing brother gets himself into trouble at the hospital, and when trying to save him, Edgar falls for the beautiful nurse. What happens next? That's up to you to decide. With easy-to-remember controls, you determine what Edgar will do, how he'll react to other characters, and ultimately, if he'll accomplish any of his main goals. Edgar can be flirtatious, shy, overbearing, compassionate, you name it. With the simple swipe of your finger, left or right, the hard-working window washer could wind up in some pretty hilarious scenarios, having to blend in with a group of doctors, or attempting to keep his brother out of trouble washing windows on the 25th floor. Just be careful how fast you swipe. Go to extremes, and Edgar could be headed for trouble. Unlike most game apps, the characters in The Act actually have personalities. The graphics are fantastic, and the gameplay is really interactive. Playing may actually remind some of you of the old arcade classic, Dragon's Lair. And even if you don't remember that one, trust me, The Act is a ton of fun, as are Angry Birds Space and Catapult King. So give them a try. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can have hours of fun with these 3 games.
Gotta get connected.